Cowboys. And it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 24.
Just a gorgeous fall after. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
He takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, caught at the 26.
So here the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time.
And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 27.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. As it complete to Jackson Smith-Njigba. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and a Dallas first down. Herbert off of play action. Finding room at midfield. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Spears. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 41-yard line.
Right back to Spears.
And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line.
He's back at the 32-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2, Herbert. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down, and he's going to have it by 20. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. Herbert. His throw incomplete.
So it looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Back to the air. Herbert on second down. Out right to Smith-Njigba. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. First and 10.
And the Cowboys first down.
Herbert throwing again. And this is incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Completes it to Watt. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch.
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his 2nd year in the NFL now.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 7.
At the Cowboys' 33-yard line.
Here's Chubb on the read option. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 46 yards rushing so far, and this is just their first possession. They've got a new set of downs here. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Off the option, he'll try and run with it.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A 16-yard touchdown run.
And the Aviators are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
Defensively, they told us that the top priority was defending option plays this week. But here on the very first drive, the defense broke down a bit.
It certainly did, and it's really not a surprise because defending option football is difficult. You have to think too much. Most of the time, you just react to what you see and you play fast. Here you're reacting, you're processing. Do I have the back? Do I have the quarterback? Who do I take? Do I take on a blocker? And next thing you know, he's in the end zone.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
2nd drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys.
And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 33 in the first.
But they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
The Spears with another carry.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got
blitz coming, and down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive. It comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. The ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? Herbert's throw complete there to Smith-Schuster.
And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Out of the gun, Herbert.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Back to throw here, Herbert. That is incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw complete here to Ayuk.
Touchdown, Cowboys!
Brandon Ayuk.
25 yards for the touchdown. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. A 10-play drive that time.
And it was Brandon Ayuk capping it off with a touchdown reception. And he returns this to the 22.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game.
And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be second down. They'll set up a throw. And that'll be incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson, but now it'll be third down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. You look at this Cowboy defense.
They were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass, you know, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They go up the middle with Chubb. 52 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
2nd and 4. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
He's out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll drop to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
1st down, Aviators.
Here's Chubb on the read option. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The pickup goes for 13 and sets them up 1st and goal. They'll run with Chubb. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Nick Chubb with a milestone career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list. And the Aviators are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Dicker down to tack on the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And Nick Chubb, the one to finish it off, as he does so with a touchdown run. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Into the hands of Smith-Schuster on the crossing pattern. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at their 48-yard line.
Herbert now. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 3 yards to go.
Here's Herbert. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a 1st down. Hand off to Spears.
Nifty move.
Down to the 42, second down. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd and 7. Now it's Herbert. Smith and Jigba with the grab.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Justin Herbert
with touchdown number 3 here in this game and 17 now on the year.
And the Cowboys have moved out in front. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Extra point by Gain is up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Following the touchdown, here's Gain to kick it away.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. But Jamison Williams out onto the field as his guys take over on offense.
Sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, that means he warrants your attention. And right now, precision is going on with their offense. Kind of like that timepiece you wear on your wrist. You know, the good stuff. You got to knock that off somehow. Chip away at that timing. Change things up a little bit and make them go to other things and make them do those things better.
Yeah, try to make them uncomfortable. Not many teams have been able to do that so far this year. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well. The end result, 21 yards. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Left side, he finds Smith and Jigba. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down. Here's Herbert. Going right back to Smith and Jigba. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Herbert on first down now. That's complete to his running back, Herbert. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be second down.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
And he's got his man on the out route. And they're going to have a first down and also well in the field goal range, all the way down to the 15 here. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. And again, knocks this one through. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the league here in the unofficial midway point, Week 8 of the NFL season. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital, and they've gone to the half with a score 20-14. Hunter Renfrow a touchdown catch in that first half. From there, we head to the Big Easy to check on the Saints at home in the Superdome. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting New England Patriots. 2 touchdown passes there for Russell Wilson. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. Donovan Peoples-Jones, a touchdown reception. We're accustomed to seeing strong quarterback play. We got that in the first half from Justin Herbert. He threw 2 touchdown passes, ran for another, as his guys have the lead at halftime.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So this a 2-possession ball game as we get back underway, set for the third quarter. And the half will begin with a touchback. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives, try and slow things down a little bit.
2nd and 5. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw again. Hyatt able to make the catch downfield. Touchdown! Jalen Hyatt, 64 yards. And the Aviators come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. So here are the Cowboys to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. On 1st down, Justin Herbert. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Timing is so important on a route like this, because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late, because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Herbert. That is caught. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards for number 11. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 36-yard line.
Out of the gun, Herbert. And he's got Smith and Jigba. And he'll have it pass
midfield, almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards the pickup there. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Herbert throwing again. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4.
At the 35-yard line.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. He's into space past the 25. And finally marked down at the 23. On 1st down, it's Herbert. Smith and Jigbo hauling it in on the out route. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 18-yard line.
Herbert now. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
3rd down and 4.
Here's Herbert. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Oftentimes we think of those tough yards as grinding yards that a running back has to pick up. How about the tight end there picking up the 1st down in that situation?
That's what he's there for, right?
Big fella, get it to him, let him fight off some people and pick up the...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jackson, Smith, and Jigbo from 13 yards out. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that 1st touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball, but the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
Don't do us like that.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. On play action, they'll throw. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 43-yard line.
Now an option play, and he'll keep it.
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet.
Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. So they recover their own fumble. Now they face 3rd and short.
They'll set up a throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And they won't try and pooch it. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, Three things can happen, and two of them are bad. For the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do. So I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
2 yards still to go. Third down now. Back to throw here, Herbert. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return, and the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Now a play fake here on first down. And unable to connect on the long pass. He actually brings it in, but he was out of bounds, incomplete. Dallas, Texas is the spot, third quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Now a stoppage, and we've got Chubb shaken up on the play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And they snap him short of the first as he can only get to the 20. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
And they'll send out their punter now. On, we think, to punt, though he's faked it earlier, but he was unsuccessful. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And out now come the Cowboys. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher third down looming. A shotgun snap for Herbert. They'll find Ayuk open right side. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up fourth down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. The drive will start with an option going left. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 4. Back now in Arlington as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4. Now here's a throw that's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle, that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
Offense.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. Back to throw again. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
And here's a spot where this offense says, we got to start making something happen. We're down 2 scores. It's the 4th quarter. We've got to start moving with some urgency. And here's a big play that gives them a ray of hope that they can get back in this one.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. Beating him there with his legs. 21 yards, 1st down. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
He's going to try and take off with it.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Holding. Offense. All right, just call the call. We're going to play. Come on now.
A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Malone, and able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4.
3rd and goal. And keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory.
Now back to throw. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown.
Jalen Hyatt.
His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Aviators have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Jackson Smith and Jigba and his offense ready to go once more here.
They might want to mix something up defensively because he's been shredding them a bit, hasn't he?
That he has, and even with all the changes that you know are going on the defensive side of the ball, he's still finding ways to get open, finding the right spots, and the delivery's been pretty good, too.
He's over 100 yards, has the 1 touchdown score to this point.
From the 29, here's the 2nd down and 4.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And that is incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
From the 50, here's Herbert. In trouble, and he's taken down. T.J. Watt in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
On the toss, it's Spears.
And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
A 40-yard punt, no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Malone. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is incomplete.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the bold. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
They bring their punter out there now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or 2. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10.
On the option, here's Spears. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, 2nd down.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense. And this offensive line is really hunkered down and established themselves.
And this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't it?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Hyatt has got it. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
On first down, it's Malone. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. They'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Malone. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
2nd down, 8 yards to go.
Looking to throw. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson.
Complete to DJ Hockenson.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the Beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Well, we got Beefeaters licking their chops, a tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That line's not eating tofu, I'll tell you that much for free. And this one is right through. And with a little more than a minute to go, we are all tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
Here's 1st and 10. Herbert going to throw.
Flush to his right. One thing that makes him so tough in these 2-minute drills, you got to take into consideration he's mobile.
And that's a big plus for him, but he also has to be careful with that mobility. Sometimes getting rid of the ball and stopping the clock is more important than running around and maybe taking a sack.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Here now, 3rd down. Out of the gun to give to Spears.
And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
And here's a give to Spears.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. And here in overtime,
If the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Hawkinson crossing the middle and bringing it in. Catch number 44 of on the year. It's a 1st down. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmys and the Joes.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Up the middle they go. Malone. And 3 yards there. Takes him to the 45. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Now he's into the clear again. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. As the fans exit back out through the turnstiles, not happy looks on their faces. Feel like they probably let this one slip away at home in overtime.
I would agree with that, and their unhappiness hurts the guys at the concession stands on the way out, right? Not stopping to buy something for the kids. They just want to get home. But what a dramatic way to finish this bad boy off. I mean, this game was dramatic all the way through. That's why we got to overtime. And then to go ahead and finish it this way, the fans streaming out unhappy. But the team that came in here and won this one on the road, they sprinted to their locker room.
And speaking of buying things, dinner on you tonight, Davis.
I kind of figured that was coming.
So for Chicago, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Dallas, the loss will drop them to 6-2 now on the year. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Big D.